Good morning everyone. I am Priyadharshini, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, K.S.Rangasamy College of Arts and Science, Autonomous, Tiruchengode. Today we are going to discuss about Python list and tuples. So first we will discuss what is list in Python. So list is the most flexible and powerful container in Python. With the help of list, it contains the single variable to store the multiple items. Let us discuss what are the following features of an Python list. First, it is used to store the multiple items, multiple types of data simultaneously. For example, in list we can store integer, float, a character, etc. And second, it preserves the data sequences and further process because the list contains the sequences of data. Next, list are dynamic. In list, we can add the data at any time. We can add the data at runtime and as well as at the time of programming. And second one, the list are mutable. Mutable in the sense, we can change the items in a list at any time. For example, if we have list 1, 2, 3, 4, we can change the list of items in a list. Next, list or order. Ordered in the sense, in list, the data are arranged in order. Next one, in list we are using the indexing. For indexing, it identifies the items in a list. Next, we will discuss about tuples. What do you mean by tuples? Tuples are same as in list, but tuples are immutable. In list, we can change the items in a list at any time, but in tuples, we can't change the items in a tuples. So what are the following features of consider? Tuples are used to store heterogeneous and homogeneous data. In tuples, we can store both homogeneous, the same type of data, as well as the different types of data. Next. So next, the index, same as list, in tuples also we will use an indexing for identifying the elements in a tuples. The tuples are similar to the list. So same list as like a list, the tuples are also the same, but only the difference is immutable. And the last one is the tuples are immutable. Because of an immutable, in the tuples we can access the data very easier and faster. Next, let us consider the syntax of a list. The list can be initiated with the symbol called square bracket symbol. Here, this is an example of list. Here, we are using the num list. In that list, we are representing the numbers 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5. So next, if we print the num list, it will show the answer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, we consider the alphabet list. Alphabet in list in the sense, we have to use the single quotation A, B, C, D. In alphabet list, I have given A, B, C, D as an items. It prints the alphabet list as A, B, C, D, E. Next, the list also contains the different data types. For list, we are not only using the same data type, we are using the different data types also. So here consider the mixed list. It contains the character, integer, etc. If we print it, it shows the A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, 4, etc. So next, we can create a list within a list. That is called as nested list. The nested list contains the numbers called list items called 1, 2, 3, and again we have a list within a list called 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we print the nested list, it will show this like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. In tuple, consider the tuple syntax. The tuple is initiated with the symbol called parenthesis. In list, we will use the square bracket. In tuples, we will use the parenthesis. So for example, if num tuple is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, again if I print the num tuple, it will show the answer called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And alphabet tuples, it contains A, B, C, D, E as character, and it same as we have to use the single quotation. So if we print the alphabet tuples, it will show the answer A, B, C, D, E. The list also contains the different data types. We can initiate it with the same as in the tuples. Next, we will discuss about the differences. What are the basic differences between the list and the tuples? The first difference is the list are mutable. Mutable in the sense we can change the elements in a list at any time. So tuples are immutable because of static. That is, the elements cannot be changed. That is called as immutable. And next one is an iterations are time consuming. Iterations in the sense the repeating the same operations with many times is called as iterations. Because the indexing is performing in list, the iterations take time, and iterations are comparatively faster. Because of static, the iterations are comparatively faster in tuples. And next one is an inserting and deleting item is easier. Because of a mutable condition, we can insert and deleting the items within a list easier and faster. Next, accessing. Because of an immutability, the elements can only be accessed. We can't able to insert or deleting the items in the tuples. Next one, the list consumes more memory. Because of a dynamic nature, it consumes more memory. If dynamic in the sense, we can add the data at any time. Tuples consumes only less than a list. Because of a static, the tuples consume only the less memory. And next one is the list have several built-in methods, and tuples does not have several built-in methods. Why? What's the difference between these two is with the help of list we can add or remove or pop. These conditions can be performed at any time. In tuples, these conditions may not be performed. And next one, because of an mutability, the unexpected changes or errors can be occur in a list, but in tuple, the changes or errors does not usually occur because of an immutability. Next one. What is a mutable list versus immutable list? As I said earlier, mutability in the sense we can change the elements in a list at any time. So for that, let us consider the example. So we have created the new list called list num and initialized with 5 values. So for example, list num 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the elements of the list. Let us replace it 3 with 5. Yes, because of an indexing, it indexes as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and etc. So if I give a num list, that is list num of 2 in the sense 0, 1, 2 and 3 is replaced with 5. So now the answer is that if we print the list num, it will show the answer 1, 2, 5, 4, 5. Next, let us consider the tuple. So tuple in the sense immutability. Immutability in the sense we can't change the elements in the list. So tuple num, let us consider the tuple num 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the elements in the tuple. If we replace the 3 with 5, that is the indexing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we index, for example, here I am given tuple num 2, that is indexing 1, 2, 3. That is 3 is replaced with 7. If it shows the following error. Because of an immutability, it shows the traceback error. So here that is not assignment, that is supported, not assignment is not supported in the tuple because of an immutability. So what are the available operations in the list and tuple in the sense? First one is an append. Append in the sense, append means adding the elements in the list. So for example, here I am given num list dot append 4. If the append is the data is added at the end of the list. If I am giving the list as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the data can be added at the after the 5th element, that is called as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then 4. So same as we can using the loop for insertion. We can insert the data by performing the looping operations also. So for I in range and 7 comma n. So if I given this like means the num list can be append as I. So it performs the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 likewise the numbers can be added to the list. Next operations are extend. Extend is operations are basically used to add the elements at the end of the list. Likewise append operation, but extend it allows you to add the multiple elements at a time. In append we can add only one element at a time, but extend we can use to add the multiple elements at once. So for example, Consider the list num list 1, 2, 3. Here in num list dot extend 4, 5, 6. So at one time it will add the 3 elements, but in append that does not like so. So if we print the num list, it will show the answer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 likewise. The next operation is insert. So insert is used to inserting the element to the list. So the insertion it takes at the 2 arguments. First one is in position and second one is in value. So if I am giving the example, num list is equal to 1, 2, 3. This is a list I am having. So now I am going to insert the value at position 3. The value is called as 4, right? So here the indexing is 0, 1, 2. Then the 4th value is added to the position next 3. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. And next the num list is equal to insert 4, 5. In 4th position the 5th value is added. And the num list insert 5, 6 in the 6th. In 5th position the 6th number is added. Now the num list it shows the values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next one is an remove. The remove is used to remove an element from the list. So if there are multiple items, only the first occurrence of the element is removed. So for example, if I am having the list called this 3 alphabets, that is list makes learning fun for us. So if I am giving string list dot remove operation makes learning fun. If I am giving makes learning fun to remove means the make learning fun it is removed. Finally the answer it shows as list for us only it shows. Next one is an pop. The pop is used to remove elements from any position. Remove means if we are giving only the first occurrence of data can be deleted, and pop it is used to delete the position of a position in the list. For example, it takes the arguments called. So for example, num list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a list I am having. Num list dot pop 4. In what is the position 4 or indexing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the number 5 can be removed at the time. So now the answer it shows us 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one is an slicing. So slicing in the sense, what is that? It shows the subset of an elements in a list. So if you have to specify the starting position and ending position for the slicing operation. So consider the operations num list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 as I am given. So print num list is to symbol 9. So if I give this like means it prints the beginning of the list up to the position 9th one. Next one is an print num list 2 is 2. So what is that indexing? 0, 1, 2. So now it prints the number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The next one is an print num list 2 is to 9. So 2 in the sense it shows the starting position, and 9 in the sense it shows an ending position, that is an index. So now the list contains 0, 1, 2. So it starts from 3 from 3 onwards it up to 9 it can be displayed. And last one is an print num list of colon. If I am giving this like means the overall list in a list, overall items in a list can be displayed. So finally we will discuss the overall about and list and tuples. The list is an mutable. Mutable in the sense we can change the elements in a list at any time. So it is an mutable. And tuples we can't able to change the elements at a time. So it is not mutable. So next one is that both list and tuples are arranged. That is, it can be arranged in a sequential order, and both list and tuples have an indexing and slicing, because the list and tuples we are using an indexing, right? So list and tuples both have an duplicate elements. In list and tuples, both the data type, the duplicate elements may be present, but in other data types like set and dictionary, if it not so. So remaining we can see in the next class. Thank you.